Hey guys, it's Skymer here, and welcome back to another episode of Triangle Strategy. In the last episode, I kicked Avlora's ass. Well, technically the house did. And the fire did. But I did. I kicked her sorry ass. I mean, because I'm going to show her and the rest of Esfrost that you don't freaking mess with me. You don't talk about harming my people. Yes, technically, I guess I did do them harm as well. But those dogs were gonna do more harm to them anyway. So, but yes, we did have to resort to setting some homes on fire. I know that I didn't set them all on fire, but I did have to set a couple of them off. But you have no idea how satisfying it was to finally take her down in one fell swoop. It was just so therapeutic. It was just amazing, and I loved it. I was here for it. So, before I freaking forget, I'm going to buy Missed Opportunity. This allows me to stop a single enemy for one turn, preventing them from taking any actions. This is what I was actually planning on using on Avlora, because I used it in my first battle recording, but then I forgot to buy it the second time. So, we're gonna purchase that right now, because I'm not taking any chances. We also got ourselves a Medal of Bravery from her map as well. And everybody's pretty much that is a recruit class is good for promotion. So I have I had a lot of time to really discuss this with myself and with other people. And I was really thinking between Roland, because he has really good offensive prowess, or Gila, because I love myself a healer that can not only survive, but can heal more and unlock more skills. And if I can get a healer with more skills, then that is exactly what I'm gonna do. Frederica could also become basically a glass cannon and just do a shitload of damage, because that is what Fredericas do, apparently, is just deal a crap load of damage without any care in the world. But this is actually who I'm gonna go with. I think Gila is gonna be my best option here. She's going to get 2 new skills from this that will unlock at level 14 and 18 respectively, and that's going to be Heal What Ails You and Mend Wounds, which is probably going to be Cure Wounds, but just way better. So let's go ahead and promote Gila to Curist.
Might I be of service?
Might I be of service? She was already a good unit, and now she's a better unit. Okay, so, also, I did wound up doing the battle that gives me a lot of money from Hasabara here. This close quarters combat one gives me 2,000, coins just for completing it. And so I used that to buy some more HP recovery pellets, and actually buy him out of large HP recovery pellets, because I'm not taking any more chances, especially after that Avlora fight. So there's that. I used that money to fund my ever-growing desire for HP recovery pellets, because they are good. Okay, so after this battle, I am very eager to see how the world felt about our victory. So I want to start off with the person who was supporting us throughout this time and gave us that really big speech of morale-boosting nature. Tidings of House Wolfort's triumph against all odds, and the survival of Prince Roland come in on the wings of a bird.
I bring good news, my lord. Esfrost army marched on Castle Wolford in an attempt to seize the prince, but they were roundly defeated by House Wolford's forces and retreat to the Crown City as we speak.
Joyous tidings indeed. I knew the Wolfords wouldn't let us down.
I'm also pleased to report that Prince Roland is unscathed.
It would seem young Serenoa is more than capable of carrying on Lord Simon's legacy.
Triumph as they did, they still suffered considerable casualties in the battle. It is more than likely that Esfrost is already preparing for a second attack.
Very well. Take stock of our own forces and determine how many men we can send to House Wolford's aid while retaining enough for our own protection.
Yes, my lord.
It is time to take a stand. If If the three high houses come together as one, I am certain we will prevail.
And once again, Landroy does not fail to disappoint. I feel like this is, again, exactly what I needed. I will say this every time when it comes to him. He just knows how to, how to state the truth. It is very true. If all three of us came together, S-Frost would be equally matched. There's no doubt about it. Avlora or no Avlora, I mean, we're gonna be able to kick their sorry asses out of here in quick times. However, it probably seems like Tellior is gonna have the exact opposite reaction, in my opinion, and I'm thinking that's what's gonna happen. Tidings of House Wolfort's triumph against all odds and the survival of Prince Roland come in on the wings of a bird, but this time to Tellior.
House Wolfort triumphed?
Yes, my lord. The Archduke's army has already withdrawn to the Crown City. That said, it would seem the Wolfort army suffered significant casualties.
Did it now? It is not as if I entirely failed to consider the possibility of an Esfrasi defeat. And yet, it is hardly an ideal development. Whatever are we to do now? Wolfort may have won the battle, but can they win the war?
My lord?
Ready a bird. I have a missive that needs sending.
As you command.
Well, that was a little alarming. What does he mean, like, that, that he didn't... Well, I can understand that because I remember in his previous scene that he was talking about that he wasn't anticipating the idea that a potential loss for S-Frost was possible. But then he said, well, what are we to do now? I'm like, join us! You dimwit? I'm like, just join us. Bro, just head east, and there's your answer. Easy enough. Just take your numbers and go with that. I mean, is this not the most logical outcome? I would think so. But apparently, something tells me he's gonna betray us. Something tells me he was just going to give in to them, just like Erica said. Or, no, it was Thalis that said that Tellior was just going to basically crumble under the pressure and assist S-Frost. I am actually not denying that that possibility at this point. I think it's very likely. It's not guaranteed, but it's very likely. Now, this is the heart of the matter that I've been really wanting to see. What is Sorslay's opinion on this? Sorslay End, Hyzant's Minister of Salt, ponders House Wolfort's improbable victory and the implications it carries for his own nation.
To be quite frank, I underestimated House Wolfort's strength. To think they were capable of driving off the S-Frosty army forces like that.
I suspect the outcome came as a surprise to the Archduke as well. And yet, something tells me Wolfort's victory is more than a fluke.
I shall keep that in mind.
Still, this development is to our advantage. This will only make it easier to carry out our plans.
Just so, Your Excellency. Everything is proceeding as you anticipated.
Yes, we shall have our way. It is but a matter of time.
I'm sorry, our victory was more than a fluke? What do you want? You want us to send you over some freaking video camera footage that we don't have because this is medieval times, showing you that we beat Avlora? What else do you want? A message just came over to your freaking country to say that we've defeated them. What? What kind of... I mean, I'm starting to kind of debate Sorslay End's IQ level. Because, I mean, that was probably the dumbest shit that I could have imagined somebody saying about the reaction to that fight. I mean, even Silvio's opinion made sense, and I wasn't even thinking that made total sense either. Like, I mean, come on. I mean, Avlora retreated. I mean, it was the Dark General that came at us, and she fled. What more proof do you want? You want her to come up to you and say, yes, he defeated us. There you go. But still, that is still very shady that they're talking in some schemy way that this is going to work to their advantage. And because Hyzant's been very quiet for a very, very long time. I mean, it's like they've just kind of been passive, they've been neutral, you know, whatever the word that you really want to use to define it. They've just kind of been out of the picture. And I mean, I still can't help but resort to the idea that I was like, I just helped you with Plinius not too long ago. I know that I just repeated that in a previous episode, but I mean, come on, dude. We scratch your back, you scratch ours. That's how it works around here, but apparently not. Apparently my logic is absolute nonsense garbage. Okay, so I know that I was planning on doing this in the previous episode, but unfortunately the battle got in the way. So, this is the long-awaited recruit. An Esfrosti merchant attempts to charm the locals into buying his wares.
How fortunate this humble merchant is to look upon such beauty. Nothing would do Lionel greater honor than to see his powders and perfumes adorn your divine visages. Such honor, in fact, that he's willing to part with him for practically nothing at all.
We haven't even coined for salt, let alone vanity.
Mines are not but your ledgers. You peddlers disgust me.
Well met, brave protectors of the realm. Lionel has brought everything a hero needs and more. Every item has undergone meticulous testing to ensure that they will serve you well on the battlefield.
Out of our way, junkmonger. We've important duties to attend to.
How rude. Where are the smiles and open coin purses the people used to greet Lionel with? Oh, perhaps Lionel should take his goods elsewhere. War has made this place disagreeable. However, it is the perfect opportunity for the shrewd trader to amass his fortune. And Lionel is shrewd, if nothing else.
My lord, that merchant who peddles his wares in our encampment has requested an audience.
Yes, let him come forth.
You do Lionel a great honor, my lord. A great honor. That he can count House Wolfort among his loyal patrons has ever been a source of pride.
Yes, right. What brings you before me today?
As my lord is doubtless already aware, war places a heavy burden on the treasury. A burden that only grows heavier as time drags on. However, a skilled negotiator can see his coffers even fuller at war's end than they were at its beginning. If he may be so bold, Lionel would offer his services in that very capacity. He understands your precarious position, trapped between two ravenous wolves. In such times, one can never have enough coin and resources to stave off what may come. Surely you agree?
Your words have merit, and you have always been honest in your dealings with my house. I see no reason not to welcome you into our ranks.
Splendid! You are as wise as they say. Wiser, even. Lionel shall not disappoint. Just the opposite, in fact.
Lionel Capita, merchant of the Norzelia Consortium. a merry and masterful merchant who provides an array of goods. He believes that a profitable end justifies the means in his line of work and dedicates himself wholeheartedly to filling his own coffers. And he speaks in third person.
From this day until his very last, he shall stake his honor on the prosperity of your house. And if his own coin purse should grow fat in the process, who could blame him?
Lionel's aptitudes in battle, trifles with foes using his elite eloquence, can infuriate foes or tempt them into defecting, collects an extra bit of coin along with spoils. Okay, I kind of knew going into this episode that I knew that I was going to be recruiting the merchant today. I had this feeling in my gut that I was going to love him as a character. And to be honest, he really didn't disappoint. As a matter of fact, I really, really love his voice actor too. It was flawlessly done. Incredible. I don't know if I could do that type of voice, that low, rich tone that he has, but...
Lord Serenoa, allow Lionel to thank you once more for allowing him to join the illustrious House Wolfort. You are a keen man, my lord, keener than most. I assure you that you will not regret allowing Lionel into your ranks. He promises to repay your kindness with interest. Lionel's selection is especially grand today. Please have a look.
It's the same shit, bro. What are you talking about, my dude? It's the same stuff that you've always had. Okay, so let's go ahead and check him out as a unit, because it looks like he's very good at statusing units, which is phenomenal, because I don't have too many ways to status enemies. Okay, Lionel, the wordsmith. He uses a whip. Oh, that's a little disturbing, but we're not gonna think about that too much. But you've got a lot of health. Good grief. You've got a lot of health. My gosh, okay. So, his skills that he has right now are Charm, lower an enemy's physical defense and magic defense for 3 turns. Oh, very nice. I love that. Ruffle Feathers, chance to infuriate a single enemy for 2 turns. I'm not entirely certain what Infuriate does, but, I guess we're about to find out. It sounds a lot like... Oh, wait. No, is that the same thing as Provoke? Does Provoke do the same thing? Yeah, okay. But it's only one enemy, versus Eridor can get everybody in range. So this guy can only infuriate one guy. Okay, sounds good. And Lucky Find, as a passive skill, obtain money when he picks up spoils. I don't know how much money that's going to be, but hey, money is good in this game, and it is something that I will carry with me from the beginning to the end. So, it makes sense. Wow, I love him as a unit. What? He really did not... I knew that he was going to have something to do with money, too. I mean, he's a merchant. Come on. Okay, so... now we're probably going to go from laughs and giggles to pain and strife. Because I really am curious to see where the main story goes now. Having driven back the Esfrosti army, Serenoa and his companions now search for a way to ensure their survival.
I shall see to the wounded.
I will help as well. My hawk can assist with clearing the rubble.
My thanks to you both. Your aid is most welcome.
I am ready.
Go safely, Anna, and give my best to the others. We take a risk in entreating a powerful nation for aid. I need you to determine to what extent we can rely on them, if at all.
Leave it to me.
I've sent Anna to the holy state of Hyzant. Our alliance may not be what it once was, but we must seek help wherever it may be found.
In a perfect world, we would be able to count on the cooperation of our neighbors here.
Indeed, unity within Glenbrook is of the utmost priority, especially now that we've ensured Prince Roland's safety. And yet, we cannot count on Houses Tellior and Falks to act in our best interests. We must prepare ourselves for every contingency.
You are right as always, Benedict. We've taken the first step down our chosen path, but there is no telling what awaits us.
Do you have a moment, Your Highness?
Oh, it's you. As silly as it may sound, I've never truly understood what it meant to be royalty. Does my life carry more weight simply because of the blood in my veins? So much so that the lives of others must be sacrificed in my name?
You need not worry about that, Roland.
Lord Wolford speaks true. The scales of conviction guided us, but this decision was ours. We have chosen to walk this path with you.
I was born the second prince. No one expected great things of me. And yet, simply because I had the good luck to survive, my very existence now necessitates all these sacrifices.
If I may be so bold, it was not luck, Your Highness. We protected you.
I know this, of course. That's what makes this so hard. You all fought and continue to fight for me. And I could scarcely take care of myself. I need to become stronger. I must. For my own sake, and for yours.